Smokey, can you access a link? Would you want me to
Everybody's
send you
mod.
it?
Everybody's a
Is it
mod.
the one that you have pinned there?
Yeah.
Oh, he's asking, if you look at Tofi's argument, he's asking, the proponent of the view that there are three persons and one God, what premise of Tofi's argument would they deny? By the way, Doug, your days are numbered.
Wait, why?
Because Josh is a mod.
No, please make me a mod. Please don't let this. Don't let.
Oh my god.
This was like the
That's
highlight
so
of his
funny.
day. He ruined it.
I know. Oh my god.
Animal abuse.
Thanks, Josh.
Please give me mods quick. Please. Please give me mods. Jack, please. Wait, Daniel, and you're. But give me mods.
Why was EF talking about mathematical induction? The argument is pinned.
He wasn't saying that there was. It's not like he was talking about it, but he just kept saying that induction isn't a mathematical notion or whatever.
Oh, okay.
There's no induction in mathematics, is what he kept saying.
Well,
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Jack.
Mathematical induction is sort of different.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
It's posted in the. It's like where they pin, where you can pin.
Yeah, it's up at the
in
top.
The title of the room. You see at the top where it says Trinity-pastebin.com. Do you see it there? Okay, yeah. He's gonna look.
See, whatever you do, please don't make Dave a mod, because he's gonna kick me. And I really want to participate in this debate.
The reason it's hard for me to understand what they're denying is the only thing that I could possibly imagine that response is denying is like the first two, where the first one is a premise. But I just take it that the Trinitarian, like if you deny the first premise, it's just over. Like, you can't deny that. It's monotheism.
You know what I'd like to show your argument to is Dan Linford. Because he doesn't think the Trinity is self-contradictory.
Isn't he, not great?
So, looking it over, I guess to share my thoughts, I think the first premise kind of has a hidden presupposition that isn't coherent with the Trinity claim, which is that we talk about a singularity of essence, but a multiplicity of person. And this is coherent in the idea of carrying the essence of that which is God is to carry all of the attributes that are God, just as like the idea of carrying all the essence of humanness. You carry all the attributes of what it is to be human, but that doesn't necessarily mean that because you have a similar essence or same essence that you have to have the same personhood.
Yeah, but see, this is just. But you have to distinguish. But the point is, then you have to say that, like, when you're talking about an essence, you're not talking about a primary essence here, right? Because the idea is like someone like Aquinas, I think, would want to say that you were talking about a primary essence, because there can be multiple instantiations of like God, right? There can be.
Yeah, take it that when you say essence, when you use this human analogy, you're just talking about a property. Like the property of being God.
I'm saying, like, to be God means you have all the properties of that which is God. And that includes all the things you associate with God, his eternality, his
then you're just saying
omnipotence, his
something that's not
omnipresence, his
true.
goodness. And so they
Yeah,
share
but does
in
a
this
deity count as
No.
that?
No, wait. Look, this is just look. If you say that, you're just straightforwardly affirming
The same
polytheism.
ousios. This is traditional Orthodox doctrine. It's the same ousios with different hypostasis. And this is just traditional Orthodox doctrine. This is something we've always affirmed. See, we don't need God to relate himself into unequivocal finite predication. In fact, we actually expect him to not be able to be quantifiable in finite three-dimensional thought and logic or modal logic because he's transcendent. He's beyond. It's like trying to demand that quantum mechanics must behave via classical mechanics. You're talking about a realm different than the physical world that we traditionally experience that abides by its own rules. It's the same consideration of something at a higher dimensional plane or a transcendent feature to reality. I just don't see where it necessarily follows, like even if you pointed out a singularity essence, it's a non sequitur to claim a singularity a person necessarily follows from that.
Tofi's talking.
Wait, somehow I got like disconnected. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't think he heard with Smokey.
Yeah, do you want to quickly sum
Oh,
up
wait,
that
what?
point again, Smokey?
What did Smokey say?
Yeah, I guess just, I mean, I said a lot there, but I guess to make it simple, straight to it, I think that there's a hidden presupposition of necessarily equating personhood to essence, and I think that's potentially
No, I
non
heard this part.
sequitur.
I heard that, but I was saying,
Okay.
did you hear what I said just
No,
after
you
that?
cut out.
I didn't hear anything after I finished what I said.
Oh, well, okay. I got disconnected, but I don't know why I did that. I said, it seems like you're saying that God doesn't have to obey laws of logic, but I don't understand the debate.
He doesn't have to obey finite three-dimensional rules of logic the way that we operate. No, because he's
What does that
transcendent.
mean?
So there are
What,
two sets of
Transcendent. I don't know another way to put it. Again, it's the
wait.
example, the anecdotal example I gave. You wouldn't expect quantum mechanics to obey by classical mechanics because
Wait,
it's transcendent to the physical world. It's the
what is
underlying layer.
finite 3D logic? What are you talking about?
I mean, this finite analytical unequivocal perspective that you say that which exists in the physical world abides by physical rules of logic. And God is transcendent beyond those things. So the only way we can go off of is how he has actually represented himself. In fact, I would find the weaker God claim to be the one that makes a God perfectly finitely coherent at our level. I would expect a level of complexity, almost
Wait, but
like
what's the relevance of three-dimensional like
so
point, look all
so
of the point
like where we have a hard time quantifying three-dimensionally via our
but
finite logic the idea of a fourth dimensional object like a tesseract.
yeah, but there's nothing illogical
We don't have
about
the
a
ability to
four-dimensional object.
finitely rationalize the coherency of a tesseract.
Yes, we
at
do.
our level, at our
There's
plane.
mathematics that deal with 4D objects. It's just not true.
Sure.
But also, I don't
No,
see the relevance of this, right? The point is, like Tofi was trying to derive a contradiction, right? Your reply to the argument was that actually the term God refers to like a species of things rather than reference to a particular object, right?
It's also
So
every Christian throughout all of Orthodox history has recognized the necessity to refer to God analogously, and it's only
yeah,
the
but that's not
along.
relevant to the discussion.
Well, it's fine if you guys are convinced by this argument. Good for you. It'll never convince any Christian worth their salt.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be attempting to apply logic to God that all of
So you're saying we can't make
theism
logical
has
arguments
denied.
about God?
Not the way you're doing it, where you're trying to
So you
filter him
can't
down
put premises
into finite space to make him, like, say, for instance, to having.
But
the
our argument
similarity.
doesn't have anything to do with.
Do you not
finite
actually want an
space.
answer, or do you just want to overtalk me? If you
Yeah,
just
No,
want
but
to
you
overtalk
just
me,
keep
I'll just
rambling
give
about
my answer and I'll
Yeah,
nonsense
stop.
about
dog,
like
come on,
how
let
we're
him
trying
finish. Let him
to.
finish.
Yeah, but
See,
I
I
do
get what
agree
this
with
is. I've done
Smokey.
this with Dog a couple times, as well as a couple others. The problem is you guys just don't like the answer. Like
Well,
you desperately want God to be able to be finitely coherent. And that's the type of God
As
I
opposed to
wouldn't
infinitely
accept as a
coherent.
valid God. I wouldn't accept that as, again, dude, if you're just going to overtalk me, I'll go. I got better things I can do. You guys don't like the answer. That's not
I
my
don't know why I
problem.
keep getting
If you
removed.
think it's convincing, fine. Go circle jerk each other in Discord how great your argument is. But as to a classical theist who knows anything worth their salt, you attempting to use this type of logical mechanism to apply to God just lands on deaf ears with us. So
Can
if you guys are all convinced you got such a great argument, you don't need the theist to weigh in, then just run with it, make an ass of yourself.
Okay,
So
okay, so
can I,
the
can you hear me?
Yeah,
premise
go
you're
ahead,
denying.
I've been trying to say this for a while. I don't know why I keep getting disconnected or something, but I took it that the entire point of the debate was just to show, like, the previous room was the Trinity being irrational or something. The whole point was that, deriving this contradiction. If you're saying that you're okay with God violating laws of logic, or that he violating the law of non-contradiction.
I don't think that God abides by our
Yeah, yeah.
finite laws of
If you're okay
logic.
with
I
that,
don't
then
think he
the
needs to.
debate. But if you're okay with that, the debate is just sort of moot, right? So it's like, I
Agree.
don't.
No, I agree. I think it's dumb to even try to approach God this way. In fact, I even have an argument I'm putting together. In fact, I might bounce out from this since this is just a waste of time and go do that argument. But Justin, the Muslim metaphysician, Jake, I'm sorry, not Justin. Justin is Khalil. Jake, the Muslim metaphysician, is big on attempting to use the philosophical contradiction of the Trinity. The problem is, in accordance to his own book in the Quran in chapter 4, it says that Allah is like no other, which is basically the command to only be able to relate to Allah via analogous predication. And that's what his own book specifies. So when he attempts to pull Allah down to finite terms, to the nature comparative to that of a man, to critique his essence, he's engaging in shirk, which is the unforgivable sin in Islam, which makes him a reprobate in his own religion, and he should give it up. But that's the idea that everyone in classical theism and theological philosophy has always recognized, that in reference to God, generally it's always a mistake to attempt to refer to him positively, which is why so many times, like in instance of the hypostasis, you refer to God via negation. So you don't say the hypostasis is exactly like this. You say the hypostasis, it's not this, it's not this, and not this. And what the hypostasis actually is rests in the middle of those considerations of the statements of negation.
Oh,
I don't think
So
that's
we just
It's
relevant
not.
to
recognize
the
It's
those.
not.
argument.
It's not interesting. If he's just going to deny the law of non-contradiction, it's just a waste. Let's
No,
There
but
find a
the
is
thing
no
is,
Christian
he
who
did
accepts the
issue
law
with
of
the law of
non-contradiction.
non-contradiction in
he did
this. Yeah, there's no
reply
issue with
to
it.
the argument that would
Because again,
make.
it would have to apply. You would have to
I mean,
force
this is
God
just
into being
gibberish.
coherent. It's not
Let's
gibberish, Jack. It just
yeah,
you just
just
don't like the answer.
let's
You
it's
just don't
just
like the answer.
you're just an idiot.
You just
Let's
want to
just get somebody
rebel.
who's not an
Jack, you're
idiot.
the idiot if you can't
Yeah,
follow
just
this. You're attempting to
get this
rewrite
guy
all of
off the
classical
get the
theology.
guy off the
Yeah, block me like
stage. I don't need to block
No,
you.
but
Just kick him off the
the
stage. He's a
interesting
waste of time.
Wait, but the interesting thing, Jack, is that he did reply in a way that would make the view coherent, right? He said that God is like a species. I mean, he basically implied this. He didn't explicitly say, but he said God is like a species term, right? It's referring to multiple things that have
but he's okay with
the
contradictions.
attributes.
Yeah, he's okay with contradictions. Why would we want to talk to somebody who's just going to deny the law of
I did want
non-contradiction?
to say to him though, like what he was saying just there made no sense. Like we only talk about God using negative something like a
Yeah,
lexicon.
that was apophatic. He was trying to appeal to apophatic
But
But
theology.
couldn't you just
I
say
don't.
anything negative as like
Yeah,
positive?
any sentence can be represented in the negative. So I mean,
Yeah,
what?
but I mean, he's a waste of time. I mean, he's just dumb. I mean, and a gibberish generator. We got to find somebody better than that.
What's poppin'? Hey,
Hey Venus, your mic is like really.
Well, where did Detroyer go?
oh, is it?
Hey,
It's a bit bad.
Yeah, bored as fuck.
so I have a question for
That's
you
for
guys.
sure.
If God as a creator, ex nihilo, can trans
Yeah, I just moved that retard. I don't want to hear that guy. Game over, like John.
Call with
Go
your
back to
pants
PS5.
down.
I don't, Jack. I mean, I don't understand. If I don't see how
Bro,
these, like a Christian, I hear Christians say this a lot. That they can't, you can't. So they'll say something about the analogy nonsense, but they'll say that God doesn't have to abide by laws of logic.
listen, bro. The laws of logic
But
only apply to
I don't,
three-dimensional objects.
I don't understand how they think. How are we supposed to reason about God or have any justified beliefs about God if that's the case? They can't even have a justified belief that God exists, right?
No, bro, you're wrong. God told me he exists.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's no point in talking to people who will say stuff like that.
He said, no, Tofi, you should have seen my conversation with him when he said that the law of causation is a priori, but he knows it by observing the
Observation.
universe.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, that
the
was
guy called
I got
hilarious.
that. I
Oh, this
got
guy looks
that.
like a
Right.
boomer, so let me move him back down.
That's sad.
No, no, keep him.
Are there any
Venus
Christians that want
Venus
to
has no
defend
mercy on boomers.
the Trinity?
The more I look at this,
Ed loves
To
right?
talk about hookers and
How is it that people come on this app instead of like Discord or Slack or something? This app is terrible. The UI, I can't, and it's only on the phone. What is this?
No, you can install Club Deck and get it on PC.
You can put it on the computer? I tried.
Yeah, just download Club Deck.
What?
Yeah, Club Deck, Tofi. You're like
Yeah.
Mr. Programmer.
Join.
What is Club Deck?
Yeah, dog, just send him the link.
Okay, I'll send you the link. Hold on.
Jack.
Well,
How's
it's
it?
like
How you
obviously a
just
I
said?
program.
did.
What are you talking about?
Jack, how is it? How
What?
you described it?
Somebody sounds
People
muffled.
are
Is
like,
that
you can
Darth
access it through
Ariana?
Club Deck. It's like, what do you think Club Deck is? What could it possibly be?
I have no idea.
Sophie, you're a bit
Never heard of it
What
before.
kind of things can you fucking download and put on your computer?
I didn't know that you could download it or put it in your viewer. What?
Jack, what is it that you called Club Deck?
It's for
Clubhouse
assholes.
for assholes.
That's what I was
Yeah, it's
asking.
Clubhouse for assholes.
I don't know what it is.
But Tofi is an asshole, so he'll be right at home with Club
What
Deck.
what what is Club Deck?
Club
I
Deck.
tried messaging Tofi on Discord, but he blocked my message.
Block your messages.
With that new PFP, dog has even more so.
I think we should go back to Discord because it's terrible.
No, but
No,
we
we
need to.
get more Christians in here.
Yeah, but the people are worse than on Discord. They just
Yeah.
say crazy things.
I mean, they're not. They're all the same, really.
Pardon?
Where's Discord?
You can find some more
Oh, we
Christians.
should get him to debate those Muslims, the Zayn guy and the Hadi
Oh, get
guy.
Tofi to. Yeah, but those guys won't go into a room where they.
Yeah, they would never come in here.
No, but we'll go to them. That's fine. They won't kick Tofi, I don't think.
Not at the outset, but once he starts powder kegging, they will.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if they have some assurances from me that he's like okay.
Oops, that's from Dog.
They're fucking pussies.
Yep.
They are, yeah.
Tell them to stop being pussies. Someone go in there and tell them to stop being pussies.
No, they're intransigent.
It's intransigent.
Like they they are unwilling to budge.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you
I
can
see.
still make fun of them for that, right?
They're just gonna mute you.
I think I'm gonna go back to Discord.
Oh no.
Oh
This is
no.
so
Boy, but what if we ping you next time?
He's gonna ruin all the fun, Tofi.
Yeah.
It was fun on Discord.
Wait, where?
Yeah, where?
I don't know, Ian. I'll ask. Who's gonna ruin what?
Tofi.
Oh, by making